they say that hindsight is 20/20. That phrase might be treated differently after this year. But now that we've hit middle of this wretched year, and I'm not alone, I think, in saying that, I thought it would be fun to talk about some of the things I regret buying in 2020. And some of them are planner related, some of them are not. It's 5 things I've got. I'm sure there are more regrets out there, but I'm just gonna go with 5. And if you wonder, with the cars and the outside and the everything, it is hard to record at home when my husband is doing Zoom calls and everything else. So I'm taking a few minutes here to record while my kid is in the orthodontist office. Thankfully, they're a teenager, can go in without me because I don't want to have extra people around, blah, blah, blah. So let's start with the obvious one for me. The obvious one for probably a lot of us. And that is my 2020 planner. And I guess numbers 1 and 2 kind of go together, but I'm going to go with 2 in a second. My 2020 planner, I got an Erin Condren Vertical, I believe. I don't even remember anymore what planner I got. And I was all gung-ho about it, and then shit hit the fan in terms of the coronavirus, and I didn't wind up doing any planning, and then other shit hit the fan, and now I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to use a different planner. But part of me's like, why even fucking bother? Why bother? I can just put appointments like this on my calendar, and the rest of the time just sort of half-ass my way through life until the world burns down, which is probably going to happen pretty soon now. Who fucking knows? But it seems like when I go back to remembering how I felt at the beginning of the year and how excited I was about both my planner, but also the plans that were going into it, and now that the plans in the planner are like up in smoke, it's like fucking, I don't even know anymore. So yeah, my planner, number 1 on the list of things I regret buying. I could have spent that $55 on more sweatpants, which would have been more useful. And the second thing kind of in line with that is my 2020 bullet journal. I thought I would find a purpose for it after the whole quarantine and everything started by turning it into a Animal Crossing bullet journal, but that didn't really happen. I had to go flip through it to go see if I could find something today, and when I was flipping through it, all I could think about was my sweet summer child. Now, part of me is wanting to do like a super elaborate bullet journal setup for August, even though I don't plan on using it, because I think it's funny how there are some people who do hella elaborate shit for the gram, but they don't actually use it. I don't know. If you want me to do that, let me know in the comments. It's just a waste of money. When I write to-do list down, I either write it down on a scrap piece of paper or in whatever planner I'm trying to use at the moment. Am I going to go back to bullet journaling? Probably. When? I don't know. Right now it seems a little too much effort for what I want to put into my planner right now. The funny thing is, the Budget Mom Planner has been working real well for me when I've been using that one, because it gives me like worksheets to fill out, like life work, adulting worksheets. What are you having for dinner this week? What are you going to clean this week? And I'm like, thank you for telling me what to do. And the bullet journal is just way too amorphous for that. So I regret my bullet journal. When I was flipping through my bullet journal, I came across my list of books that I wanted to read 100 books in 2020, and I had already pre-filled in books that I had bought at the beginning of 2020 to read. A lot of self-help books, and I hella regret those purchases. Not because I'm anti the whole self-help thing, I'm not, but at the same time, when I'm gravitating towards a book to read right now, a book telling me how to make the best of my habits, or how to learn how to say no, or how to make more money, all those books just seem vacuous and sad right now. And what I really want to read is some good fiction. I want to reread books that I love. I kind of want to reread the Babysitter's Club series after watching it on Netflix. I'm looking for comfort books. I'm looking for entertaining books. What I am not looking for is books expecting me to live my best life, when right now I don't even know what my best life fucking is. I don't even know where to begin with my best life, besides getting more sweatpants. Running theme, what I have not regretted this year is yoga pants and sweatpants. Not in the slightest. Number 4 on my list of regretful purchases for 2020 is my gym membership. I'm going to preface this by saying, when I had the gym membership, when I first got it and I was going and running on the treadmill every day, honestly, I really enjoyed it. And I was sad when everything had to close down. But I had already kind of regretted it. My regret for that happened in February, before quarantine started. Because at the end of January was when I got diagnosed for the first time with gout in my left foot. Now, if you don't know what gout is, aside from it being the Lord's disease or the King's disease or whatever you want to call it, and it makes you feel massively old when you have it, especially when you're 40 and you're like, motherfucker, I have gout. But it's a form of arthritis, and it happens with uric acid buildup. It starts to crystallize in your joints, and it's massively painful, to the point where when I first got diagnosed, when I had to go to the emergency room because I thought I broke my foot, that was how bad it was. So my gout manifests so far in the joint of my big toe, kind of where my bunion lives. I don't have a very big bunion, but I do have a bunion, and I thought that might have been part of the pain too. No, it's the fucking gout. So I have gout. And I can't take anti-inflammatories like ibuprofen to help with the gout, so I have to take prednisone. So I'm on steroids, painkillers, and if I sound really bitter about it, it's because I am currently in the midst of a second gout flare-up that started 2 weeks ago, that we medicated, it almost went away, then it came roaring back. So I'm in the middle of the second wave of a second gout flare-up, and I'm very unhappy about it. Suffice it to say, even if gyms were open, running on a treadmill, doing any sort of exercise like that would be off limits for me anyway, because it hurts too much to fucking walk. I can't even put the blanket on my foot without it hurting. So the gym membership is like, okay, I paid this money for something that I can't even use. God damn it. So yes, there's some regrets there. And finally, and this is a regret I never thought I would even say I had to make, because I never thought I would buy this, but being stuck inside with only your family and your cats for 4 months will do this to you. I made the mistake of purchasing White Claw, and some of you saw the live stream where I drank some of that. But I'm gonna tell you now, all of you who love White Claw, I don't understand. I don't understand. It's like the LaCroix of alcohol. It's like if somebody sneezed a fruit name from another room, and then in a farther away room somebody opened a bottle of vodka and then closed it. Like, that's what it's like. It's garbage. It's not worth. Nah, dude. It's I feel about White Claw. And I think the people who, now again, I could be very controversial here, but if you like mashed cauliflower, more power to you. But if you compare mashed cauliflower to mashed potatoes in a positive way, I don't know what to say. And I feel like White Claw is the same. Like, you're drinking White Claw, if you're going to compare it to something like Bartles and James, like, fucking just suck it up and drink the Bartles and James. It might be more calories, it might be trashy, but god damn it, some fuzzy navel is delicious. Some erotic berry, as my sisters and I called it, is delicious. There's still more of them in my fridge that I haven't drank and I don't want to, and we can't have any company over because of quarantine, so I have no one to offer it to. So we just have this White Claw that's hanging out in my fridge mocking me that I spent money on it when it tastes like actual garbage. I guess they won't be sponsoring me anytime soon. So those are 5 things that I regret purchasing in 2020. Pretty hard. I'd love to hear from you some of your regrets in the comments below. Let me know. This is just a quick little fun video. I've got pen reviews coming up. I got other reviews coming up. But sometimes we just gotta bitch. And in this term, I'm bitching about wasted money on planners and White Claw. 2 things I never thought I would bitch about in the same sentence. But that's 2020 for you. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're masked up. I hope you are taking care of yourselves. And until next time, my dudes, subscribe and peace out.